Come with us now, if you dare, down a rickety staircase into a dank, dark basement. What awaits? The Saturday Night Freak Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Saturday Night Freak Show podcast, the movie review and talk show podcast that comes your way every Saturday, whether you're ready for it or not. These are the Internet Radio Superstars.
Holly.
John.
Michaela.
And I'm Colin. And tonight we watched a movie that was chosen by...
Michaela flew in here, dropped this movie off, and then flew out like a bat out of hell. What do we watch?
We watched a $150 million superhero movie.
Damn.
Hancock. I know, you're probably thinking something from the Marvel Universe, right? No. Hancock.
From the year.
2008.
Directed by
Peter Berg.
Peter Berg.
Oh, boy. Peter Berg.
What do we know of Peter Berg?
America's greatest sad soldier tragedy porn movies.
Basically.
Literally all of them. The Kingdom.
Big friend of Mark Wahlberg.
A big friend of Mark Wahlberg. The Kingdom, Mile 22, Deepwater Horizon. There
Started out with very
two more in there.
Lone Survivor.
Patriot Day.
Yeah.
I have seen none of these movies.
Yeah, because
Some of
we're
them are
not
pretty
dads.
good. Patriot Day.
Lone Survivor.
Yeah.
Battleship, the infamous Battleship
Okay,
movie.
so...
The Rundown.
But here's...
we're not done yet. The Rundown, Friday Night Lights.
I've seen the rundown.
The Friday Night Lights movie, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So you're going back, and eventually you're going to get to his movie roles, where he was an actor, right?
Yeah, hold on, I got to filter it on IMDb.
Well, MF Mad, the keeper of the Saturday Night Freak Show Wall of Fame, wants us to know that we are putting director Peter Berg on the wall tonight because he was in two movies that we saw. Well, he's
Shocker.
obviously-
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
He was in Shocker?
Huh.
Yes. He was the actor in Shocker. He was the main guy. He was
Fire in the
also
Sky.
yes.
Fire in the Sky. Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow, okay. I think I'm more of a fan of his acting work than his directing.
Yeah, I mean, he graduated from acting to directing.
Yeah. Corky Romano.
And It
Yes.
does
No, I'm
seem
sorry.
like
That'll be number 3.
Wait, actor or director?
Actor.
Okay.
yeah.
He was Corky's brother.
I didn't see Corky.
Yeah, I
Romano.
didn't.
guys
Never
didn't see
jumped
Corky?
into that.
Why
No.
the fuck would I watch that
No.
It was when Chris
movie?
Kattan. Okay, it was the tail end of when Chris Kattan was like big and.
Even when he was big, he was stupid.
Oh no, I agree.
Here.
Fair. Yes.
I agree.
Like, there are some SNL people that come out that I'm like, legends. You're comedic genius. You're great. Chris Kattan was never on that list.
We're going to have to talk about this off mic. My husband and I, since it was the 50th season of SNL, we did our own fantasy draft of if we could have our perfect SNL cast, who it would be. And it's crazy how much you'll pick from one year when you do that.
That's true.
I challenge you all, listeners, whatever. Just think.
I'll tell you right now, Chris Kattan's not in
Exactly.
my top, is not in my top 20.
I dare someone to tell me, would he make your top 10? If you have 10 people to cast on SNL, are you putting Chris Kattan on there? No.
No.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Was-
are we starting a new
was,
beef with Chris Kattan?
Was the
like it.
rundown before Battleship?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the
Rundown's like
rundown,
2003.
that was the one that basically introduced The Rock, right? Well, not introduced him, but made him like, okay, he's going to be an action star. And Battleship
Was
was,
Walking Tall before that?
I can't remember.
Oh,
I remember
Walking
like
Tall.
the Scorpion
Those are the
King
two.
had been done before that and all that. But
Scorpion King. greatest
but
CGI
the rundown
in the
was the one where he
We should watch
Arnold
that.
Schwarzenegger gives him the like, you're up next, buddy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He
But
really,
Battleship
almost literally
was Battleship and Hancock feel like they are kind of you got to do your big studio movie. Like he at least got offered these big studio projects and then figured out where his strength was the like Mark Wahlberg movies, right?
Yeah.
Or the Friday Night Lights, because that became like a TV show.
a beloved TV show.
Yes.
Yeah. Did he do another like sports movie in there somewhere? I can't remember if he was the sports
I
guy
don't
for a
think so.
while. Because
No, I think he kind of became Mark Wahlberg's guy not long after that. Because The Kingdom was 2007, and that I don't think Mark Wahlberg's in that, but that's like the first military.
Is that Matt Damon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The Kingdom?
No, that's Jamie Foxx. That's
Oh, right.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, who else is in it? I'm looking at it
It
right
sounded
now.
like Jessica
Jamie Foxx, Chris
Chastain
Cooper,
or-
Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer
Gotcha.
Garner.
Bateman's
Okay.
in that one too.
Gotcha.
Jeremy Piven, Danny Houston, Richard
Jeremy
Jenkins.
Piven. That's
Yeah,
a
I know,
relic of
right?
2007
Music
as well.
by Danny Elfman.
Did he do Deepwater Horizon?
Yes.
Is that- okay.
Mhm.
So that's where his niche is now.
If there's been a tragedy in America in the last 30 years, he's made a movie about
He's
it.
also been a producer on some Taylor Sheridan movies, Hell or High Water, Wind River.
Nice.
He's in there as well.
Such good
yeah.
movies.
So he was able to leverage his acting career into directing and has made a place for himself. This is like an early or mid-career
You know, it's not hard when you're the fourth person offered the job.
of this movie.
Yep.
Who was offered the job before Peter Berg?
Oh, you guys are going to be
He's the
upset when you
rescue
hear
director.
just think about what we could have had as we go down in history here. So it was initially written by Vincent Nigo in it was Hancock was supposed to be a 12-year-old boy, so more like Brightburn type thing. It went through several rewrites. Akiva Goldsman jumps on as a producer at this point, and stays through the whole project. He's one of the only ones who did.
Yep. Feels like it.
And Tony Scott went off to do other things. Then Michael Mann was chosen to direct.
Really?
Is that why he's a producer?
Yes, and he left to do Miami Vice instead.
Good for him.
Good for him, but sad for the people who have to watch Hancock, because then you're just imagining what Michael Mann's Hancock would be like, and it'd be fucking awesome.
I can't even imagine what Michael Mann's Hancock
It'd
would
be
have
amazing.
He's apparently, I was watching the
He
credits.
was in the boardroom scene.
Yeah, he's in the movie.
Yes.
Okay.
And so Akiva Goldsman's in that scene too. Like all the producers are basically in that boardroom scene.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. So Michael Mann left to do that. Then a director named John Mostow, who you don't know his name because he's an editor.
No, I know his name from. He didn't do like U571 or something like that.
No, but did he?
Yep.
Okay. So when he was attached, his first choice to be the lead actor was Dave Chappelle, which I actually think would be great.
This is back during the Chappelle show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, this movie came out in 2008, so this is like early 2003, 2004.
For the
this is still in
first
production.
half of this movie, I can see that.
Yes, exactly. That doesn't happen. And also, while it's going through rewrites, Vince Gilligan is also attached, the creator of Breaking Bad, this whole time writing rewrites for each director that comes aboard. And all of Vince Gilligan's scripts are much darker. They're R-rated. He's sexually frustrated because he can't have sex with women without killing them, which we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Hancock, yes.
Not the right Which is make the sentence you said. He's like frustrated.
Right.
He can't have sex with women without killing them.
Yes.
No.
Clip that. Yeah.
Well, that's a whole different movie.
That's a whole different movie. So it's much more brooding and about like the dark side of being a superhero cursed with these powers, right? And then Mostow left. We get Gabrielle Musino, who is an editor who's at the same time editing The Pursuit of Happiness, and so is basically doing this as a favor. Okay. And then he's like, "Okay, I'm doing The Pursuit of Happiness. This is an Oscar bait movie. I really want to put my all into this. I don't want to direct this superhero movie." And then it goes to Peter Berg, and then Peter Berg looks at the original script and he's like, this is great. It's basically like leaving Las Vegas with a superhero. So it tells you how much darker it is. I think the original script ended with a suicide potentially.
So not a 12-year-old.
No, it's an adult at this point because Vince Gilligan has done at least 2 rewrites per director that has been attached. Vince Gilligan has put more blood, sweat, and tears in the script than anyone. And I love the idea of like a leaving Las Vegas, but he's a superhero. That sounds fucking awesome.
That sounds really cool.
Yes. Then Will Smith gets attached and Will Smith says, if you're going to do this movie, you need to bring it down and tone it down and make it PG-13 because I have a family-friendly image and I don't want to do this movie that is this dark and brooding and an irredeemable character.
Really feel like a family-friendly movie, though.
Well, but it's not The Boys though, and it's not leaving Las Vegas.
Who would win in a fight between Hancock and Homelander?
Homelander, absolutely.
Homelander.
Oh yeah,
100%.
because apparently when I looked it up, because I'm like, Michaela is bringing this movie because she's a big fan of The Boys, and I googled it. I'm like, what is the deal with Hancock and The Boys? And all of the things that came up were who would win in a fight between Hancock and Homelander, and they all said Hancock.
No,
not
Homelander.
true at all.
Homelander has laser eyes.
Yeah.
You could laser him in half,
He's
and no problem.
impervious. Hancock. It
So is Homelander.
Homelander.
Yeah.
You always hate it when somebody has laser eyes and you shoot it at them and they shoot them at you, but theirs like keeps pushing.
Hate when
closer
that
to you.
happens.
Yeah, I know.
Hate when that happens.
Hate it. Yeah.
Jonathan Mostow, Breakdown. Director of
Breakdown.
Oh, the
Okay.
Kurt Russell.
The Kurt Russell movie.
Which
Okay.
which
It's been on my list for
it's
a
been on my
while.
list too. Yeah, I might break it here. Also, U571, Terminator 3,
Oh, that's okay. Yep.
and in 2009, Surrogates. Bruce
Uh,
Willis.
That's been on my list for a long time
Yeah.
too.
I remember
But I
seeing
think
that
it might
in
be
the
too
theater.
sad now.
It might be too sad.
It might be too sad to watch
Yeah.
because he's like doesn't have a memory in that movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is a superhero movie that's not based on an existing comic book. So where are superhero movies at the time this comes out? Like Iron Man is out by now, right?
Iron Man
It
was
comes out the same
2008.
year.
2008.
Same year.
Yep.
Okay.
So same
this is-
summer, maybe even.
Okay. So there had been Marvel movies and all this shit.
There had
has
been the X-Men's. The X-Men's were
Yeah.
going strong at
There'd
this
been the
point.
X-Men.
Which go back and listen to our X-Men 2000 episode where we really talk about how that is the turning point for
And there
superhero
was
movies.
first trilogy Spider-Man.
First trilogy Spider-Man, yeah. What Spider-Man 3 is probably coming out the same year, right?
Probably about that time, yeah.
So we're getting we're about to see the worst Spider-Man movie we've seen to date, and we don't even know it yet. But it is interesting that this movie comes out now because like the Marvel machine hadn't even started yet, and we're already parodying parody. I don't know. We're already analyzing, deconstructing. I don't know what you want to call what this movie is trying to do.
When did we get to like Kick-Ass? When did Kick-Ass?
That's like way later, like 2011.
Is it?
Maybe.
And when is Watchmen? Well, Watchmen, the comic had been out since like 85 or something, right?
Kick-Ass is 2010.
Okay. So it was Watchmen 09?
Watchmen's 09.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Watchmen is basically, right? Is that the first like deconstruction of the comic book superhero?
I think so. Probably.
And-
When would you consider Super one of those? James Gunn's Super?
But that's after the comic. I mean, I guess Alan Moore's
Oh, gotcha. You're talking about
Watchmen
the
is
comic.
like
Okay.
the thing that deconstructs superheroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does society like if there were these superpowered beings and their impact, like, okay, yeah, they may be toppling buildings as they're saving you, but what would be the financial impact to real people?
Yeah.
That kind
Yes.
of shit, like
Ebert always brought this up for superhero movies that all came out before Hancock, and that was his big thing going into this one. I remember the review about a superhero who finally like something catches up to him. He's held accountable for something that happened.
Oh yeah, the like opening scene in this movie, the news are talking about the total like dollar amount of damage he did in this movie, which is funny because it's like even more relevant now than when this movie came out. Like this movie was too early. It came out too early.
We were still having fun, kind of.
We weren't burnt out yet. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
or were they? I mean, they made this movie in 2008.
No, it
were
was
they
far
burned
too.
out?
It was far too early for that.
We'd only had like 6 movies.
Yeah,
I mean-
and we were only recently disappointed by Spider-Man 3
Yeah.
because it came out the year before.
I guess
this.
we had been disappointed by Daredevil.
Yeah, but you've been doing movies since Batman.
I was gonna say we've had
basically, right?
since Superman since the 70s, and then
Yeah,
Batman.
but they were between Superman and Batman. It's kind of spotty, but after Batman, it really ramps up through, and then like eventually Marvel takes over, and
Yeah.
So it's possible at this time they're like, well, we can, kind of. It's not lampooning these things, but
But we
looking
can
at
draw attention to the obvious things that people would think of when they're watching a regular superhero movie. It's like, hey, that building just fell down. What happens there? Who do we blame for this? What goes on?
Yeah, what happens after the fact? Now they're doing Godzilla movies like this. Okay, so who did we determine, aside from Will Smith, who is in this movie?
Jason Bateman
Bateman.
doing the same thing you've seen him do for 25 plus
Doing
years.
it well.
The thing that we love to see him do.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
we love Jason Bateman.
So what is it about Jason Bateman, I guess, that engenders so much goodwill? I mean, what is, like, I remember him on, was it Family Ties or Silver Spoons? He was on Family Ties, right? And then he graduated from that to, like, feature films.
He was in Teen Wolf 2.
He was.
That's right. He was a star from the TV series to Teen Wolf 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Taking over from...
I think he just feels like, I hate saying he's like the everyman, but he does feel like someone I feel like everyone knows someone in their life that has a similar
we've seen
energy
him since
to
he
him.
was a kid. I mean, we basically, he's grown up like in front of us. He's one of those kind of like Ron Howard kind of
Right.
But
personalities.
he always plays a character that he's funny, he's charming, and he always just like says what you're thinking.
But he's always like put upon and kind of like stressed out about it. And I don't know, he's just a relatable character,
Yeah.
I guess.
Silver
Yeah.
Spoons.
Yeah.
Silver Spoons.
Family
okay.
Ties was Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. Well, I get them confused. I think it's because
They
of
were
the
both
Teen
Teen
Wolf,
Wolf.
connection.
There you go.
Okay, so who else is in the movie?
Charlize Theron.
Which was a surprise, I guess, for me watching it again tonight. I had seen this before, but first time in a while, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, she's in this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know she was in that.
Yeah, I forgot.
And
Dig Fark.
Dake Park, yep.
this
Little
is the
Michael
year
Myers.
after,
Year after Halloween, yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay, he's in there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's true.
And Eddie Marsan, the bad guy.
The bad guy's that Eddie Marsan? Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he the bad guy? I mean, what are we? Okay.
I mean, for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit
Yeah.
there. Like he
For a short time,
pulling
yeah.
off a job. He makes a huge breakout out of jail, and then he ends up being kind of the big bad who comes after him. Kind of as much of a big bad as you can call him.
Mm-hmm. There's,
So-
It just seems like an angry
it's kind
little
of, it feels like for most of this movie, I don't know, this movie is a movie of two halves. It really is.
It
But
is.
I
like,
agree with this.
yeah.
Two completely different movies.
But the first half, I think you could argue that the villain is like, it's the internal struggle within
Yeah,
Hancock.
100%.
But then they have to have like a smashing fight, so they gotta, you know, gotta give him some people to throw off buildings. So
it's amazing to watch the building smashing fight in this, and then see a movie that I recently saw about a week
that looked
ago.
worse.
That, or just the feelings are the same.
Mm-hmm.
It's just two superpowered people. Like, it hasn't changed.
No,
from then to now, just two superpowered
I think that's
people
why
throwing each other through buildings when it doesn't matter.
I think, Sean, are you like me in this, where when you watch a superhero movie and they start throwing each other into buildings, do you immediately dissociate? Because I feel like I do.
Yeah, I do.
feel like I'm gone. I'm out of this movie.
No,
like,
because it doesn't matter. Like, they will come to an end and they'll just be like, we weren't hurt, but we must finish this battle. And
But
just like, okay.
it's quaint of them to assume that those buildings are evacuated. Like, people died in those buildings. Yeah. And no one's talking about it.
No.
Except Batman versus Superman. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm rolling.
The whole island's been evacuated, so it's okay if they fight there.
Yeah.
I can't roll my eyes hard enough.
No, that was the one where Bruce Wayne was all pissed at Superman because people died.
Right,
And
but
his
then
people he knew died.
later on when they're fighting Doomsday,
Yeah,
they make special mention to be like, it's evacuated, everybody's fine.
Is that the thing? Do we all disassociate when they start these big fights and like an entire city is ripped up out of the ground and thrown into space and falls back? And
Oh my God, yes. I can't see another sky portal open up in a movie. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
When
Because
I first saw like Unbreakable, right, and it was two guys fighting in a bedroom.
Yes.
It had the stakes, right, where I sat there going like, oh my God, like they have M. Night Shyamalan was able to take it feels the same, but they're fighting in a bedroom and out into the pool area of a house. But it felt the same as two superpowered guys fighting each other.
Yeah.
I would say the only time I'm not disassociating, and I promise I'm not going to bring this up the whole time, but the boys, I feel like the boys, because I know they're going to upend it, because that's the whole point of the show, is to parody this kind of stuff and make a statement with it. But that's a reaction to this, you know? Like, I don't think we have the boys without this movie and without just like the Marvel machine in general. I don't think we have that TV show the way it is now.
I mean, because we've had, I think of Brightburn, and I think of
Which I enjoyed
Chronicle.
Brightburn.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed both of those movies because at the time, I guess they were kind of, you know, they were the counterculture superhero movie, you know, but now it's like we've done that. Those are old. Well, okay, not old, but you know what I mean?
True.
I mean, they're in the rearview mirror at this point. We're still mining.
Because the counterculture, like, is it that counter if it's just like, if it's the same storyline with like a dark filter on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like the same beats, just with a different attitude, I guess. Like, and
you gotta find a new angle. Does Hancock find a new angle? I mean, I guess you're saying there's two movies here. We're all saying this, right?
Yes.
So I guess we attack them as movie one and movie two. And there is a very like sharp, this movie has a sharp tonal shift where when it becomes that second movie, and I'm going to tell you right now, I disassociated a lot during the second movie.
And it's so obvious, like it happens in one scene. Like it switches like instantly.
Can you imagine if you got up and went to the bathroom right before that scene started? You came back and be like, wait, what? Did I miss like a whole act of a movie?
Why is it so dark in here now?
Well, okay, so what's the setup for movie number one?
Hancock. He is a reluctant alcoholic superhero. He's an asshole. They call him asshole. I think IMDb had a tracker like 18 times or something. It's called an asshole.
And like, you know, you can't have anybody calling him yellow. You know?
Yeah.
Reacts to it.
Yep.
Yeah. You're chicken.
Yeah.
But it's the exact same setup. And they do it too many times. Call me asshole one more time. We hear that bit too much.
He never gets over that either.
No.
Is it like a character?
He has no arc.
Yeah.
No.
Well, does he not have an arc at all?
Yeah, I mean, he does.
He does, but then it kind of loops back around to becoming a circle at the end.
I mean, there's certain things that are just ingrained in you, and this man does not like being called an asshole.
No, but self-restraint is like key to his growth. So he's reluctant, alcoholic superhero, and by superhero, we know for sure he can fly. He is bulletproof and immortal. That's it. Right?
I think so. Yeah, there's no
super strength, obviously.
There's like no special breath or eyes or hearing or anything we see. He's not. He's fast as like Superman would be, but he can't do like the Flash thing where he's just like standing in one spot and go whoosh, whoosh, and come back and grab something out of somebody's hand.
He has to have some sort of like sense of danger though, because he arrives at situations quickly for no reason. Like, why did he know to save Jason Bateman?
Right.
Very true.
Yeah, so he's got to have
or whatever.
He has some sort of like spidey sense going.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like a reluctant superhero. Mm-hmm. Well, so we meet him. I think it's supposed to be like this is the character at his lowest point. We don't know what's happened prior, and neither does he, I guess, is what the movie's telling us, right? This is an amnesiac superhero. We don't find that out.
We don't find that out till the third act.
But he has been a drunk superhero for quite a while, it seems.
The people of Los Angeles despise
They all know him.
Yeah, because when he intervenes, which usually he does seem to be intervening to prevent crimes from happening.
Yeah, to prevent crimes or to save a whale or like he is doing these things that, will help. It's just his process is
collateral
fucking shit up.
Damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is they're putting like dollar signs on, right? It's like it's in the millions.
Yeah,
it's like just stop, Hancock.
The cold open, and that's the thing. He's not a secret. His identity is not a secret. Everyone knows him, and everyone knows he's out doing this stuff. Yep. But the opening sequence, Sean had a reaction because it was a chase scene with cars and guys shooting each other, and you were shocked that you were like, they really did
all
this.
Those cars were there. They were all in that highway, and they all blew up and flipped over, and it was all shot on film, and they were all there. Not a fucking thing until the street signs and all that started to come down. Then we get a little digital and CGI. But before that, it's just cars blowing up and flipping.
All shot very close and claustrophobic. I got a very this movie feels claustrophobic, at least it did to me. We're like always very close to the actors.
Yeah. This is the style of the time. I feel like the cinematography in this movie is very much of the time, especially because whenever they're outside, it's like that yellow dusty filter, and then whenever they're inside, it's like that green blue high contrast. It's
and
very
they loved
2008.
that handheld.
That was
I had my eyes closed for the second half of the movie. I was intensely motion sick from this movie.
And handheld is a device that's used to kind of give you like this immediacy, like this is what's happening is real. It's supposed to blur that line. Yeah. You feel like there's a documentary filmmaker.
You can do it without it.
Yeah.
It does. This look is, I think, dated though, right? Like I see this type of look and I'm like, I know exactly what time it's from.
Yeah, because we don't do that really anymore. Now it's more clean.
Yeah,
artificial,
if you're outside,
computer
it kind of looks like outside. And
yeah,
this looks like Michael Bay.
Yeah, it's yellow.
This looks like Bad Boys.
Yes.
So everything's got that like the orange, just like the sun's coming down, and you're just like,
Bad Boys didn't have a handheld.
Yeah, that's why it feels like Peter Berg was like a director for hire on this one, where it was like, this is the style that people, like in these type of movies, and so we're going to apply it to this. Okay, so this reluctant hero does save the day during a big, opening car chase, and then we get a little bit of his like personal life because you wonder, I guess, like, well, does he eat like human food? Alcohol apparently affects him
in larger doses,
right?
Would seem because he's drinking handles of Seagrams.
And he gets drunk at a bar, and we watched an unrated version, ladies.
Very important to mention. We watched the unrated version, which has when I saw those runtimes, I was like, fuck yes, because I knew about the deleted scene and I knew it was 5 minutes long. Because honestly, I saw this movie when it came out. That deleted scene was the only thing I remembered about this movie because how could I forget that? He's at a bar, day drinking. And a woman comes in, she's like fangirling over him, right? Which is interesting to think that like he has fans in this universe.
Oh, yeah, there'll always be groupies.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, serial killers have women write them in prison, right?
If you can do that. Some guy who does save people.
Right.
Even,
and he looks like Will Smith. He's attractive.
Yeah.
So, she comes in, fangirling, you saved my friend, you carried her to this, and of course I love this little detail too of like, can you take me flying? Like they want to go flying because like, of course, wouldn't you want to experience that? Like, why wouldn't you?
Fly?
Yes.
Take me flying.
And once again, these kinds of ideas are what is explored in The Boys. Yeah. So this is where I'm really seeing The Boys DNA too, is in this scene. And they go back to his several trailers he smashed together into a house. And he tells her, like, okay, there's going to be some ground rules if we're going to have sex. And I'm just like, oh boy, this is the stuff I like love in movies like this. And he's trying to tell her, but she's not interested. And he's saying, okay, now when the time comes, when I hit the mountaintop,
when I climb that mountain,
and hit the mountaintop, which I thought was clever. That was their way around saying climax, right? Because the censor was not going to let them say climax. Right. Is that right? So they said mountaintop. No. And he's like, when I say mountaintop, you need to be as far away from me as possible. And she's like not taking it seriously. And then we smash smash cut to the outside, and the trailers are shaking really, really hard. Cut back inside. She is thrown across the trailers violently into the couch and holds Shoot in the roof of his trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a murdered woman somewhere.
Because that just came down somewhere, right?
Right. Because
where did it go?
He had to. Well, no. Earlier, he had
to have learned this.
Yes.
He had to have learned this lesson.
Yes.
So there is a murdered woman somewhere.
Yes.
This man disposed of a body at because he's been around for a while.
Jerked off and blew a hole in the wall.
That's
and said,
true.
like, okay. You know, the responsible thing.
Why gotta ruin the fun, Colin?
Well, what I was disappointed by was that the movie didn't go as far as it could have with the joke.
Yeah.
Because that shit's got to land.
It should have landed on a car somewhere or something, right?
Like at the end of the movie, just
Yeah.
But they didn't do it.
And then you get a post
that is the post-credit sequence.
No, I was gonna say then the post-credit scene is the guy calling his insurance to explain what happened to his car.
It's like, sir, can you describe it?
It looks like jizz. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. My car's covered in cum and it's smashed. I don't know. Like
Hancock.
Yeah.
Oh, what was the original title of this movie script?
Tonight He Comes was the first one.
Well,
it gets worse.
No.
So I love
that's not a good title.
No. Again,
Unless it was a comedy. Well, no, you're saying it was a 12-year-old kid at that point. Yeah.
Okay.
And worse.
Worse.
It's like the Nightman coming.
Yeah, exactly. It gets worse because I like to
Hancock cometh.
I like to bring this up because I think it's interesting that Jason Bateman's character is like a PR rep in this movie, and his whole thing is trying to like rebrand Hancock. So the marketing company they consulted for alternate titles of this movie came up with some of the worst ones I've ever heard. So Heroes Never Die was one they pitched. Another one was called Unlikely Hero. And another one was Less Than Hero.
Less than zero.
Yeah.
That's the best of the three.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But then they went,
Unlikely Hero's not the name for this movie.
No.
That's a different movie.
Yep.
and then it goes with John Hancock, and it's later shortened to Hancock in case you think, oh my God, it's a
historical movie about John Hancock.
Okay, so Jason Bateman, like you said, PR executive who Hancock saves from being run over by a train.
Yes.
And Jason Bateman takes it upon himself. He's like, I am going to rehab your image because you saved me. And that's the greatest thing ever. And, you know, thank you very much. And we should all be applauding you. People should love you, but they hate you. I alone can help you rehab this and make you awesome again. So
it's a good career move. If you can rebrand the superhero that everybody hates, you're going to get a lot of eyeballs on
He's
your.
doing a lost
it's a good career move
on this, right? So he'll
call this movie "Our Brand Is Christ."
Yeah, there you go.
So what is and he introduces Hancock to his family,
Charlize Theron and his son Aaron.
Now, when Hancock and Charlize Theron first meet, there's tension, which are we supposed to misread as like sexual tension or something? There's definitely some type of connection, at least on her part. Yeah. She's eyeing him up and down like...
Well, Holly's never seen this before. This is her first time watch. How did it read to you?
Well, clearly they knew each other.
Right, but she's not flustered like it's an attraction thing. It feels more like it's a...
Like, you bastard.
Yeah, like, clearly it's a past of some sort. Something has happened between them at some point. But, you know, at that point, that's all you really know.
And he doesn't recognize her, you know, whatever. And we're following him, I guess.
Like, he's not reacting to her. And and at first I was like, well, maybe he's just being, like, drunk and aloof because, you know, I can see that. But then after a while, I was like, okay, he clearly doesn't know who she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jason Bateman comes up with a strategy. And what is the strategy? How are we going to rehab Hancock's image?
Take responsibility.
You're going to make a public statement. You're going to go to prison for 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks.
Or was 2 weeks the whole plan for the rebrand? That seems very quick.
He figures you're going to... So you've caused all this mischief. You're going to accept responsibility for it. Go to jail.
Right.
He doesn't know for how long.
They're going to give you 8 years, 4 years with good behavior. But
he's banking on the world can't live without this superhero who comes and saves the day. And at some point, they are going to call you.
He's basically like, you're going through a breakup, but he's going to come back.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't fully understand the going to prison idea. Because everyone knows he could break out if he wanted to. So
That's
I guess
the point.
I know, but what is he like? I'm not going to believe he's going to go through any personality transformation in prison. If anything, he's going to come out probably feeling more bitter. You know what I'm saying? Like prison doesn't make people like better. You know what I'm saying? It's a punishment.
But he's choosing to be in there because it's just all about the rest of the world seeing that he is accepting responsibility for his actions. The fact that he could leave at any time, and the fact that he's choosing to stay there, and does so for an extended period of time for him.
Yeah,
is doing a lot for his image.
I see the short-term benefit, but in the long term, for his personality and his arc as a character, going to prison doesn't serve any. It's just the public
but
image
it does
part.
help.
Yeah.
it does because of, I think it's illustrated through like the group therapy stuff or whatever.
So just go to therapy, though. Just go to therapy and rehab.
But he wouldn't unless he was forced to, in which he is in prison.
Because he is trying to like, okay, I'm committed to this, which is a thing where you go like, okay, this is a super being, right? He doesn't have to be here, but
Michaela, some men won't go to therapy until they're in prison.
Clearly, yeah.
No, you
Men would literally rather go to prison than go to therapy. Yes, yeah. That's what I'm saying. He could go to He could do like what all celebrities do and go to a really high end, expensive like inpatient therapy. Go find some religious retreat and go on that. You
But
know?
people aren't going to be forgiving
Right.
when he's just going to a luxury spa.
No, do you feel better about the people who go to Malibu rehab?
No, but I also don't feel good about people that go to prison either. I don't feel like people come out of prison like rehabilitated and ready to enter society. Our government doesn't function that way.
well,
so
but it's the idea that you're in there, he's in there, and you know, it's like that solitary. He's accepting it's punishment, I guess, and he's willingly choosing to do it. So that's gonna, you know, make people feel.
But he's
more,
not really that willing, at least not at first. This is all like I know.
There. He's
But
there.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
100% to anybody who's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the public isn't watching him every second. It's
Right.
it's the PR stunt. It's
Right.
the
And it's always public.
it's the symbolism of him, you know, putting his arms up, saying, "Okay, take me in.
Right.
I'm sacrificing my freedom
Yeah.
to
Why
show
does
you that I
Superman
want to change."
Get taken in handcuffs in the latest couple of movies. It's like, well,
'Cause he
that's
allows
the
him
point.
to,
He's
yeah.
allowing to. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm willing to be this if you need me to be this.
Yeah.
Even though we know these guys can just boop out if they want.
Yeah,
and there's a scene on like a basketball court that happens where he accidentally like throws the ball like outside the prison walls and goes out there to get it.
Yep.
And he has that moment where like I could leave, you know, right now, but he does actually choose to come back into the prison.
Yes.
There's also a scene in the prison where he shoves a guy's head up another guy's ass. So
I didn't understand that at all. So what happened there?
he shoved a guy's head
No,
up
I
another
mean
guy's ass.
The dynamic. He's in prison, and all these guys who he has put away are there, and so they all like stand up like toughs, you know.
They circle him in like they're all going to.
some reason.
Like I said,
I'm
it's
like,
the
don't they
100.
know who he is?
You can do nothing to this man.
Colin, there was recently an internet trend where many people thought 100 men could kill a gorilla. So I think that they have this mentality of
want
if we
to-
all come at
And that
Not
is
personally.
and
That's
that is why.
exactly-
That is why.
See, right there. They say, hey, he can't kill all of us. So
See, this is
you know.
it's a great example.
I just don't want to be
But
his
you
first
can't
wave.
kill him. You can't hurt him. What's the point of this?
No, it's a great example because men watch this and say this is ridiculous, and women watch it and
it's
say,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's why you do this shit.
Yeah, that's why-
it's ridiculous.
Because I didn't understand earlier the when he had the guys in the car chase and you know and they opened fire on him. I'm like, don't they know who he
Like
is?
the guy just
It's like,
flew in.
Yeah.
Like, he's a known entity. We all like
You give up.
reports have been done. Right. Whether he will
It's
give
over.
an interview or not, which he hasn't, you will know that this man cannot die.
Correct,
Yeah.
but their egos are so high they
Yeah.
think if we all pull together, we
Yes.
can take him down.
If we do many bullets, he will die.
But
Idiots.
it turns out that and Hancock does start a little bit of sharing in the group. You know, we still don't know anything about him really at this stage.
He doesn't know anything
doesn't
about
know.
himself.
We don't know that yet, but yeah, eventually find out it's because he doesn't know about himself.
I guess what you know about him is he, you know, because they keep saying they keep throwing around the term superhero, and I'm sitting there going like, this guy's not like really a hero. He's
No.
a super being,
He helps out every now and again.
but it feels like he does have some kind of innate desire to want to help people.
Yes.
But he's like at the lowest of the low and can't find his way back to that. And so that's what the movie's going to be, right? We're going to find a way to bring Hancock back to being the hero that he has always meant and wants to be.
He's very much a martyr. He's like, I'm going to save you, but I'm going to suffer for it.
And I think him being at the lowest of the low makes a lot more sense in the full version of this movie where he is sexually frustrated. And maybe, Sean, maybe in this full darker version, he does like kill a woman by having sex with her. And that's what puts him into this spiral, you know?
He killed a woman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed. Because there was one night I was very drunk, didn't care, and then that happened. And it just, I think that shoved him into a deeper depression, but I'm adding a lot to the story that is not there.
None of that's there. It's
Well,
just
he
our
always
wish
seems
list.
to- like what they show us in the movie is just, everybody always hates Hancock. And then the transformative event is when Jason Bateman actually thanks him and shakes his hand for saving him. And then it's like, but I always kind of read this as like, is it kind of like there's this quest for public adulation, right? That kind of comes along with this. It's like you want everybody to love you. Yeah. It's a very Hollywood thing, more than just doing it for, to do it. The good thing, you want people to love you for doing the good thing.
Just want appreciation, especially since he's been on the opposite side of that for so long. Appreciation would be nice.
I mean, on The Boys, Homelander has been genetically engineered to crave approval. Like it is the thing that overrides.
Why are you spoiling
It's not really a spoiler, but
Don't believe me, that's not something she's spoiling. There are many other things she could be spoiling.
That is
breastfeeding later on, but whatever.
It's how they keep him under control. He will rein himself in because the public love is the most important thing to him.
Well,
I don't think he could get drunk, right? That's like Captain America can't get drunk.
I don't think so.
I'm not talking about The Boys.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hancock. Like Captain America can't get drunk.
Yeah.
I don't think
Hancock
Hancock.
can.
I don't think
He's drunk for most of the
Yeah, he
beginning of the
feels like
movie.
he's hungover most of the time.
I know, but I don't think he could actually be able to. I think if they're
But he does.
right. I'm saying he shouldn't be able to.
right.
Yeah,
What
you're
real
saying
life
that.
thing are you basing this on?
Well,
like his
If the
tolerance.
movie says he can, he can.
Yeah, but it plays fast and loose with its
I agree,
own
like,
rules as
and
things go
yes,
on.
Yes.
It should be like
No, you're right, Holly. As like Captain America, like he is too much of a superhero to be able to do that.
Yeah,
Have
it
you ever-
doesn't affect him.
Have you ever seen those pictures of how much Andre the Giant had to drink to feel
Yeah,
drunk?
yes.
It should be like that,
Yes.
Yeah.
Barrel of beer.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
And he just like knocks it back, no problem, and then burps, and it's like, got a little buzz going,
I feel a little something in my fingertips.
What a great man.
So Jason Bateman also comes up with the idea, and he has like a son, right, that idolizes Hancock. But he comes up with the idea that we're going to put you in a uniform. He explains the importance of a uniform for a superhero, and Hancock resists. But the day
Not a bad uniform for him.
It's a good
Resisting
one.
so much. But
He
whatever.
could have had way worse. It's a pretty
Yeah.
cool looking uniform, yeah. This was also the era of where we made all superhero outfits black leather.
Black leather.
Mhm.
I mean, but come on. That
It looks
was-
cool.
because it was
Yeah,
cool.
I was
It
gonna
was
say,
cool
like,
back
yeah.
then.
Right. Like they complain, but like that's what you wanted the superhero.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah,
we only got to the multicolored shit now because
yeah. They got tired
It's a
of all the
process.
black all the time. But the day does come, and then a call comes into the prison, and who's it from, and what's going on?
Chief of police.
I don't remember this part.
Chief of police wants him.
He's
He's got
like-
a phone call. Chief of police. He needs your help.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's like
That's right.
passed out. He's like
Yep.
passed out in his cot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, take a message. He's like, it's Chief of Police.
But this means
red
this is
phone
like
rang.
this.
Yeah.
The rehabilitation is working. He is like, okay, the plan that Jason Bateman talked about is actually happening. They
Yes.
now want me to come and solve the thing. And so it's kind of, it's funny. This movie's a comedy.
yeah.
It's kind of, it's kind
The
of funny
first
moments. Yeah, first half.
Good job.
Yes.
Good job.
Yes.
Yeah. Affirm that the people who are actually hurt by this stuff are doing good jobs by being in these life-threatening situations. What is it? It's like a bank robbery or something.
Do I have
that's
your
going on.
permission to touch your body?
Yes.
It's not a
It's
sexual thing.
it's not just a bank robbery. It's there's hostages with bombs strapped to them, and they have like
Yeah.
AK-47s. It's like a Grand Theft Auto, like 5-star level
Yeah.
bank
that
robbery.
scene in Swordfish.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Also been meaning to bring to the freak show for a while.
I haven't seen that
the
movie
guy,
in years.
this is Eddie Marzan, is introduced in the movie, right? He's some mastermind. We're told. I didn't really see evidence of this, but anyway,
he's the head of this job.
Him and two other guys. Yeah, they're robbing a bank and they need to get into the vault. I don't think they were planning on Hancock's involvement. They're in a standoff with the police.
No, they thought he was in jail.
Yeah, because they've noted that crime has risen 30% in the first 5 days he was in jail. So that's the purge is happening out here.
Yeah.
But that was LA in 2008, so that's like 2%.
Yeah.
And so Hancock comes in and he is able to thwart the plans of the bank robbers and cuts Eddie Marzan's hand off.
He does. He's holding a dead switch, so he's
It'll
like,
blow up people.
he creates a metal frisbee and
So Hancock has saved the day. And when he walks out into the crowd, they love him, right?
Yes.
The police treat him like, we need you to go do this. And, he comes back out and high fives all around.
You gotta end this. Yeah.
And then the movie abruptly changes into another movie. Okay, so what happens next? It's like the whoosh.
Charlize Theron, Hancock, and Jason Bateman all go to a dinner. He talks about how he woke up in Miami with a skull fracture and has no memory.
This is his origin story.
Yes, and how like he must be unlovable because no one came to claim him. And
how much of a bastard did I have to be when no one came to me? No one? It's a tough.
It's bleak.
It's bleak, but
it got me a little bit.
It makes you feel for him. Like you understand. It's like nobody came for me.
Yeah, Will Smith plays it pretty good, and we're like close up on his face.
He's
like
good
because he's doing like there's always just like tears rimming around his eyes for a lot of this stuff because he's feeling pain that he does help these people, but everyone hates him.
We're in a weird era of Will Smith, but we can't. He's always been a really good actor.
Right.
And
he's a good actor.
And I mean, this era, like we said, Pursuit of Happiness is being edited while this movie is being made. So like this is a great time for him and his career specifically. But I haven't seen this movie since it first came out, but I was kind of taken away tonight about like how good his performance was. I was like, okay. I was like, I kind of missed this era of Will Smith. I was like, no.
And and when they're at this dinner and he's telling this story, he's like, I don't remember anything, but nobody came for me. And Charlize Theron's getting very emotional and she's crying. And it's been obvious that there's a connection between them this whole time. You know, she came to visit him in prison, brought him spaghetti, whatever.
Meatballs. Those I want a meatball after watching.
I really want spaghetti now after watching this. But the way she reacts, it's like, okay, she's the one that didn't come for him. Now, how is this possible? Like how? But you can see it. Like that's the connection. But how?
Yes.
But yeah, that's.
And
he carries Jason Bateman upstairs.
He carries Jason Bateman and tucks him into bed. Yeah,
it's so cute.
The comedy
it's so cute.
The comedy with Jason Bateman. Yeah, because you hear the voices before. It's like, this is all right. You can lift me like this.
It's like you're not. It's like you're not out of breath.
Yeah, it's just the reveal of Will Smith hauling Jason Bateman up to his bed. It's very good.
Taking off his shoes. It's so cute.
Very good. I love Jason Bateman.
And so while Jason Bateman is asleep, Charlize Theron is still up down in the kitchen and Hancock goes to talk to her. And then there's a moment where we're like, oh my God, he's going to cheat on the other guy's wife.
Yeah, he's going after his wife, but she's also doing that. Yeah. She's like, what's going on?
The sexual tension is such that you can cut it with a knife.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, as he's about to kiss her.
Well, they do kiss a little bit. And then then she grabs him, flips around, and throws him like 100 yards away.
And we're like, what?
Throws him through the fridge and the front of their house.
Yeah.
And the fridge goes out into the street. Yeah.
A vulgar display of power.
Yeah. And
a surprising vulgar display of power.
You can tell we're adults because we were talking about, oh my God, why would she do that to her own house?
To her own house.
Yeah.
Because we're all monetarily inclined. You know what the repairs are going to cost?
Yeah.
That just means that her emotions were out of control in that moment, right? So she threw him through and then we're like, what the hell is going on? Clearly she is, like him, a super being.
Yes.
And she says, if you ever come near my family again, I'm like, I'll kill you or whatever. And she says she's stronger than him.
Yeah.
And so we're like, what the hell is the relationship between these two people? And I mean, I was just sitting there going like, I don't know what is like they're trying to get at here. Hancock then has to find out who she is. what is the connection that's going to shed light on his past, right? So she agrees to meet him at his trailer.
His double wide,
and she shows up, and this is like she's been a housewife, I guess, basically.
Very shows up full.
She's been a very sweet 2008 wardrobe. It was very of the time, but yes.
But we've been, I mean, it makes no sense because Will Smith had zero knowledge that she was like a super person. So she had no reason to reveal herself just then.
Well, yeah, that
None
was, I guess, the thing. It was like, logically, it's like, why would you do this?
Like
From her point of view,
he was literally like about to leave, and she like stopped him. I'm like, no, let him leave. Go about your life.
Well,
You're the one that told him.
But she wants him gone absolutely, completely at this point. And that is kind of what she's going for. And I think that's why the reveal of, like, I don't know.
If I just don't tell you, then she makes an agreement like, okay, you can ask questions, I'll answer them, but you have to agree to leave. And we don't know why she wants him to leave.
But
leave LA specifically. Yeah.
Whatever she can to get him to go away.
Yeah.
That is the whole point. So she's kind of drastically doing things to get him to do that.
So when she shows up all transformed, she's got wet hair and she's got like heavy eye makeup and
eye makeup.
She's got the cool black leather outfit that a superhero wears. Yeah, very like low cut.
Yeah, very boobily.
Yep.
So what information does she give him? Because this is like, okay, we're going to get a reveal about his origin story or something. Yes. So what does she tell him?
Not much at this point. She says it's just the two of us,
right?
And that everyone else died.
Yep.
And died. God's angels, whatever you want to call it, we've always existed.
Yep. She's strong.
And we're brother and sister.
Yeah, she goes to that. He's like, bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you didn't kiss me.
He's like, bullshit. I don't want to fuck my sister, but I do you. So like, what's going on here?
So all the other super beings are dead, but there used to be some on this planet. So now we're getting, we're going big.
This is already going broader than you wanted to as a viewer. Yeah.
Not necessarily on this planet, but they have existed.
Okay. Broader than you wanted to. What do you mean?
The scope of this movie was so nice up until this point. Yeah. I loved that it was about this one guy.
Just like coming to terms with himself. And
let me get really attached to this one character.
The first half was nice.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I'm trying to so it's going to blow the scope open. Is it because I liked, like you're saying, the first half so much more that I'm like, no, don't go there, rather than it being illogical. I mean, I guess it is. It's a comic book movie, but you know what I mean? Is it? I can't tell if it's just because we like the first, because the tone is so different.
Right. Because you like the first part or because you dislike the second
And you're
part.
like, I don't like where we're going. This is into more familiar and well-trodden territory, right? So
the movie's called Hancock, that's who I'm here for. Like, I kind of don't care about it. It's too late for me to invest in anyone else at this point in the movie, I guess.
How long into this is like more than halfway, it feels
Yes, it feels like it. This movie's not that long. So the extended version we watched was an hour and 40. So it's not that long of a movie, but my God, the way it shifts so abruptly, it just gives you whiplash,
So now we've got a situation where, she is immortal, supposedly, like Hancock. And then we're like, but she chose to marry Jason Bateman, knowing that, like, she doesn't age. And I'm like, how long have they been married? And how long is this? Did she think this was going to go on for? And it creates these questions that the movie's not prepared to answer. I don't think.
They're not prepared to go this.
They're not interested in answering these questions.
Like
no.
Whether they can or not, it doesn't seem like they're interested in doing it.
What's frustrating is that at this point in cinema history, we know the curse of the immortals. They have to watch everyone they love die, right?
Yeah, we saw Highlander.
I mean, Twilight. And so it's like
Spectrum.
Yes.
Spectrum.
So it's like that's naturally where our mind's gonna go when you introduce someone immortal paired with someone mortal. It's like so don't.
What happens there?
Yes,
because then we're eventually. I don't know if I'm jumping ahead here, but I mean, like the whole. So what's going on with Hancock and what was her name even?
Mary
/ Angel.
Do we want to get to the expo dump that happens? Okay.
Because I guess there's a big fight that tears down buildings. And between the two of them, and we're like, what?
So stupid.
As Holly pointed out, she literally just said, Ray can never find out. Let's fight in the middle of downtown Los Angeles, right in front of his office building.
Yeah, there are better
Everybody
ways
goes like,
to handle
who's
this.
the Superwoman?
Yeah.
And they land right in front of him.
Yeah. So stupid.
Like they didn't need to do this. Like,
No.
she's like no reason to be this aggressive. I don't.
None whatsoever.
So these beings have
I've
always
been watching
existed.
Shark Week. It's very similar.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Is it Shark Week?
It is.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
shit!
It started last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Shit.
These beings have always existed, and they're like the twin flame cult, where there's two of them, and they're like bound together throughout eternity. But if they're
Twin flame cult.
we
right.
don't have
Send
time
me
to get into this
information
right now.
later.
There's a whole documentary. You can watch it. I can't believe you missed that whole part of the internet when that happened. It was a big thing like a year and a half ago.
Oh.
there was a documentary that came out, and
All right.
Michaela, you are too plugged in.
I
might
think
be.
I might be. I think I might be.
I don't know about it either.
The twin flame cult is basically what they talk about in this movie, but people believe it in real life. Not the celestial superpower part, but the part that like your soul is
like
tied to another
soulmates
person.
and-
Yeah. But this cult encourages you can't they can't say no to you. Like there's a stalking element to it because you're destined to be together.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
That's an excuse.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And so
I
she.
must stalk you because we are meant to be together.
You joke. That's literally what the documentary is.
Okay. I need to watch it.
So, yeah, they've always existed. If they're together, they become mortal. Hold on. I see. This is where I get lost because I can't straight follow it either.
Yeah.
If they're together, they become.
They were
mortal.
they were created together as
Yes.
a pair.
Yes.
But if they're physically together, they start to become mortal.
I don't know. Does he say they're created as a pair? They're
She
created-
says we're
Yeah.
built together, or built to be
they're
together.
built to be together.
Yeah, but when
Not
they're
created as a
together,
pair, but
they
built to
lose their
come together.
superpowers.
I'm pretty sure she says they're like built as a pair.
Yeah.
Like
She
they're
did
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
like, it's almost like
Right.
We were
But
built
for
in
whoever,
pairs.
Whoever made them, the engineers that
Yeah.
made them, are just like, we did this so that you
they
could
come as
together.
a set, like earrings.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And once
the
you
point-
find
the point
each
being
other,
that
you
find
will
each
become
other.
mortal. This
Right,
is
so that
it's
you can
fucking
love
Highlander.
and live and die, and well, yeah.
Once you get the prize, you become
It's,
human.
it's
Well, yeah,
so
that's very true.
that's so stupid. That's not a prize. Like that's so dumb.
You
You're
get to- well, you've
you're a
seen so
god.
much time pass that you just want to kind of
Is
live
it-
a normal life and expire.
Yeah, is it
You
not?
become jealous of
But
what
they
these
clearly-
things
but
have.
they clearly
beautiful
don't want to.
Is it not beautiful to live and love and die and not live forever?
And this has
Isn't
been
this
covered
what-
in all those immortal
been
things.
covered
That's what I'm saying. It's been covered
a
all.
lot.
And they go like, I just wish it gives meaning.
Do you want to live
Yeah.
forever?
If
Watch
it's
the people
fi-
love
if it's
die, or do you
finite.
want to be with them?
Oh, I
and
don't want
love
to
them
fucking
and-
live forever.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
no,
that's
no.
what like. Do you want to be with someone and love and
But I
live
also
and die
don't.
together?
But I also don't have superpowers.
Yeah, exactly. And also, this is like complicated because if they stay apart, they have their powers and they're immortal. So like, there's an easy solution here. That's the frustrating part, is that they're choosing the more difficult path, or at least they did up in their previous lifetimes.
Yeah.
So
Well,
let's
they
just-
can't.
Well, it
They
depends on
can't.
how they feel.
But
but
they
they're the
don't-
same people.
Yeah, but
just
they
being
don't really have a
regenerated over and
choice.
over again.
It seems like she says, whenever I've left him, he
Yeah.
always finds me again. And she
Yeah.
gives like this history from
Yeah.
300 BC
Mm-hmm.
to now. We keep finding each other, and then they come for us,
Mm-hmm.
and they wound us. You save me. They always come through me, and so
Yeah.
we have to be apart, so you can be the self-actualized person that you need to be. The only
'Cause he
one
was
left, the
made to save
superhero
people.
for Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would, like, this is what frustrates me, is that she gets to decide that she wants to opt out of saving people and live a normal life, and puts it all on him
Yeah,
to do
right.
the hard work, to do the labor. And I'm like, gets to decide who gets to live in anonymity and who doesn't? Like,
I know she has those powers,
Yeah.
but doesn't take that
Right.
responsibility.
Right. And what sucks is that we don't get enough of who their other life, who created them, what their whole society
Hancock
is,
too.
and all that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But we don't get enough of that information coming from like why it is this way.
and like a smarter movie would have him push back and be like, how can you sit on the sidelines and let all this bad shit
Right.
happen,
Yeah.
knowing
Yeah.
that you
Right.
could stop it? But this movie's not
It's not
smart
even
enough to
thinking
go
about
there.
it.
No, it's not.
But we think about it. I guess that's what makes the movie frustrating for the audience.
Because it's creating the questions that, like, well, why aren't you thinking about this? Because we are.
Yeah.
And
imagine
nope.
Imagine Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, but they're both superhero couples, like arguing about, like normal relationship things, but with like a superhero twist on it a little bit. Like that this movie, like it's too shallow for those kinds of conversations. You know.
Yes.
But a strange thing happens after they have this meetup. He goes to a convenience store, which is being robbed, and intervenes. Yes. I think at that point, he's like, he's going back to drinking, right?
Yes.
He's going there to get drunk because she's chosen to be with Jason Bateman, who we forgot was in this movie at this point. Right? Like, why? But okay. She wants a normal life with a normal guy and has, burned him. So he's like, okay, I'm going to go get drunk. Intervenes, and in this process he has
What's
like a standoff.
Can she break his dick off? Like, if he can shoot holes through the top of this thing, what can she do?
Right.
What is he in
She's the
danger
one
of?
who can withstand the blast.
I understand that, but this is also
Like
Jason
cat
Bateman.
people.
How's
But
she going to
also,
hurt him?
They should be having sex in this movie because they're the only two that can't.
Yeah.
That's again
Cat
once
people.
the boys explores that territory very well.
So, but in this scene where the robbery, something surprising happens.
He's like, he does the right thing and is kind of nice about it, and he's wounded. He gets shot. He bleeds.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this is surprising because usually the bullets bounce off him.
Yep.
But in this case, he is shot and wounded and is rushed to the emergency room.
Yes.
And we're like, why? I guess maybe because we don't fully understand at this point. It's because the closeness. I don't know if that was explained exactly then, but it's the fact that they're in proximity to each other. They're losing their powers.
Yeah.
So he goes to the emergency room, and at this time, there's a B plot is introduced, which is Eddie Marsan. Remember him?
Yeah.
The mastermind of the bank robbery.
Who now is a hook for hand.
Because Hancock took his hand off. Escapes from prison.
Yes.
And he is on a mission now with his two compatriots to destroy Hancock.
Head up the ass, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, did he live?
That's right. It was those two guys. He took your power.
One of them,
you have to go out and grab
isn't
your
living
power.
through that.
He got a neck brace.
One of them is not. Well, okay. All right. Paul, who do you think is not living through that?
Neither one of them are living.
Neither.
The guy with his asshole just got ripped open?
Yeah.
Or the
He's
guy with
bleeding
his
to
head up
death.
the ass?
Neither one of them
One's
are living.
bleeding to death, one's suffocating.
I give the edge to the guy who's got his head up there.
Yeah,
Because he can
that's
be
true.
pulled out and live. The other guy's just bleeding to death through his ass.
And we do actually get to see that. Is that in the original theatrical cut?
Yes.
That
I think
shot?
so.
It is, yeah.
I know they talk about it, but it was like the way they were cutting around it. I'm like, that one shot.
No,
could
it's
be-
in there. I remember. That much I remember.
So Eddie Marsan descends on the hospital because he knows obviously Hancock is in there. Charlize Theron shows up because she's like, we can never see each other again because of this power sucking thing that happens when we're together. And Jason Bateman is also there witnessing, like, okay, I got to stand here and watch as these two former.
And my son.
And
Yeah.
and the son.
It's a strange dynamic to put him in. You know, it's like
It's a strange dynamic from that second half of the movie.
It's just weird that he just sits there and watches that, and they keep cutting back to showing him just sitting there and watching it. The editing could have fixed this, but
yeah.
But he has no idher what's going on.
Well, he
so they gotta
loves
figure this
her,
shit out.
but
Yeah.
realizes she's and Hancock have this 1,000-year,
whole shared
2,000-year
thing.
relationship or whatever.
why didn't she tell him what his name was?
The whole movie, I was waiting for that.
Colin-
I just now thought of that. I was like, why didn't she say give him his name back at the very
Maybe
least?
he had a shitty name.
What was his real name?
Don't- they
it's
never
from,
tell us.
You know, Sumeria or something. You know, wherever
But he had to
he's
have different
from.
names throughout time, probably, right? You know,
Yeah,
like
probably.
so. Like, what was his name when they were going to see Frankenstein together? You know,
Yeah.
What is her name? Angel? No, you said
Mary.
it was Mary.
Mary.
Mary, but Bateman calls her
He
Angel
calls her
a lot,
Angel,
yeah.
right?
Right, which is funny.
Yeah.
That's how she equates them to the real world.
So Eddie Marsan shows up. I think his guys like shoot Charlize Theron trying to kill Hancock,
Yeah.
and she's wounded. We're like, oh no! And so she's in the hospital now, right? And they're trying to revive her. And Hancock is trying to deal with Eddie Marsan, who's like, you You should be thanking me, Hancock, because I'm finally putting you out of your misery. How he knew that he didn't have, I guess because he was in the hospital.
But he
like,
comes
okay,
in
we're going to finish the job.
But he comes in with a lot more information than he should have.
Right.
Like he's been watching the movie with us up until this
exactly,
point. Yes. Like Darth Helmet, right? You just rewind
like in Spaceballs. Yes,
now.
exactly.
We're watching now.
Oh my God.
And so Hancock is shot a bunch of times, but who is the hero in this moment? Has their hero moment in the movie? It's
with an axe, with a joke I agree with.
He's the goddamn hero in this whole movie, Colin. Jason Bateman is the hero of this movie, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
because
He did a
he's
good
the
job
only,
of
like,
rebranding.
true blue.
He is a great PR man. He's a great husband. He's a great father.
Yes.
He is the hero of this movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's the true blue character.
Yes.
I guess in your superhero movie,
He's
right?
trying to save the environment. Like he is the hero
Yeah.
of this movie.
Yeah. There's this whole thing where he's trying to like get I guess it pays off at the end.
He's trying
like
to get
promotional-
corporations
It's a bad
to be, what's the word?
altruistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Source,
He has
open
to,
source.
He has a pharmaceutical company to give their
To
drugs
give
out for
away
free.
to give away a medicine for free?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
What world are we living in?
It's like what
a
the
beautiful
Human
idea.
Genome Project
Yeah.
or something like that. But he ends up. So that's like a whole thing. He's trying to
Yes.
convince people to be good. Basically,
All heart or something?
Yeah. Well, he's got this logo.
Yeah.
So Hancock. So Eddie Marsan loses another hand, right, in the axe attack.
I liked it, yeah.
And
No, you didn't.
does he get shot or he gets clocked again with? Oh, I think Bateman hits him again with the axe.
Yeah, he hits him with the axe.
Kills
we don't
him.
see how
All in
it
front of his kid, by the
effectively
way.
hits him.
Yeah.
This is all happening in front of his kid. There's no amount of therapy that can help this kid overcome
Yeah,
his
this kid's going to have a lot to
his-
talk about later.
his mom flatlining, his hero dying in
Original
front of
mom
him.
died. His
Yeah.
other mom is a fucking superhero.
Yes, that's dying
His
in front
dad
of
is
him.
murdering people, technically, even if it is for a good cause.
Mm-hmm.
He met a friend who is also a superhero. Yeah, this kid's going to have a lot to talk about.
And in the end, then Hancock does self-sacrifice and flees the hospital, which then gives Charlize Theron a heartbeat. She
Yeah.
recovers.
There is a whole back and forth ET thing going on between Elliot and ET,
Yeah,
which
he
is
gets shot,
Charlize
she
Theron and
feels
Will
it or
Smith.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets shot. There's a paddles to the heart thing that goes on. There's a whole connection going on.
But she survives, ladies and gentlemen. Don't be alarmed. It's a happy ending. She survives and stays with Jason Bateman.
Right.
And Hancock,
Has to go to New York.
yes, becomes the savior of New York now, right? And as a parting gift, he does leave something for Jason Bateman,
He puts graffiti on the moon.
He does.
which
He
is
puts the All Heart logo on the moon, which is
well, it
basically-
increases its value.
It does.
I guess you want to
Like
be
it's on the
associated
moon.
with
You want to be associated with that. So he does do him a solid.
it. Yeah,
As long as he trademarked it.
Yeah, seriously.
hopefully.
Yeah.
So we say it's a happy ending, but these two lovers are never going to get together. You know,
But
what I mean?
you say it's happening, but are we happy?
No,
No.
this is not what I wanted
How
from
come?
this movie.
Why? How'd you want it to end?
I didn't
want the second half.
Yeah.
Right. That's the question. It's not how we wanted it to end. How did we want it to second half?
You remember
This is
how?
not it.
Remember how I hate when there's a second monster introduced in the third act of a movie? They basically pulled the same bullshit with this.
I
movie.
also hate when there's a second movie introduced.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's it. I was going to say, I'm just like, we're going too far, but then like, all right,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
there's two movies
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah.
then Michaela's just like, no,
Yeah.
I won't have it.
I don't like
Ugh.
twin. Yeah,
Twins.
it's
Right.
Holly's
Two
twin
monsters, twins.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at this dynamic.
Two
No,
movies.
no.
It's all the fucking same.
I suddenly remember that Will Smith played the devil in Akiva Goldsman's directorial debut.
The
Winter's Tale?
Winter's
I've been
Tale.
meaning to bring that to Freak Show, but it's really long.
Isn't
It's
that
really
Colin
long.
It's
Farrell
really
in that
long.
too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't he wear an AC/DC shirt?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
That's
on
how
the
you know
highway
he's
to
so cool.
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how you know he's a cool
I
guy.
get it. Yeah. Okay, well, now is the time. I guess we're going to go around the table and tell you what we thought of the movie. But first of all, we're going to answer some of your mail, and in order to do that, we're going to have to summon our mailman. Igor, bring us the mail.
Masters, the mail. I've got the mail. So many letters. Our followers are rising.
Why, thank you, Igor.
He came 4 times as fast that time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I want to
Did
see
he
if he'd
fly?
split.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see if he split? Gotcha.
Yeah, he was coming all
I wanted to confuse him and
He
see if he
quartered
split.
himself.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is a serial. You
Yeah.
have to have paid attention to the past episodes.
Right, yeah. I'm trying. That's what storyline running through all these episodes.
Well, thank you, Igor. And I guess we should let the good folks at home know how they can participate on this interactive portion of our show by following along on Facebook,
Facebook.com/Saturday Night Freak Show,
on X,
At Sat Freak Show.
by email,
SaturdayNightFreakShow@yahoo.com.
or on Instagram at Saturday Night Freak Show. MF Mad, the keeper of the Saturday Night Freak Show Wall of Fame, also wants to know that we are inducting 2 other folks to the Saturday Night Freak Show Wall of Fame, including Johnny Galecki.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he's barely in this movie, but
Yeah, he
alright.
is.
Yeah.
He was in that I Know What You Did Last summer.
Yes.
All right. Wait. What? Ooh, what's the other one? Oh, give us a hint.
Justin Timberlake.
In time.
In time.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
There you
All
go.
right.
And Donald Gibb.
Oh,
Gibb.
Bloodsport.
Bloodsport.
Yeah. Yes.
This movie.
Yes.
Ooh, give us a hint.
Okay, it was an uncredited role. He was Max von Sydow's guard in Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
Nice.
there you go.
Okay.
So 3 movies.
There we
So
go.
That tracks for him.
congratulations,
Yeah.
gentlemen. Your
Yes.
certificate is in the mail.
Yep.
About tonight's, we got a full mailbag tonight.
Ooh, I love it.
So brace yourselves.
Yes.
All right, about tonight's movie, Hancock, the Kryptonian Orphan.
Of course.
Appropriate.
Thank you.
Of course.
Writes in and says, Hancock is one of those films wherein after the quote-unquote reveal, the character in question all of a sudden does the quote-unquote heel turn and then remains that character. Jake Gyllenhaal did this in Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
I usually dislike
Yep.
this trope, but the actress in Hancock is so hot, so she gets a pass.
She is hot. She looks great in this movie, too.
She
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah, that makeup job was pretty good.
I love her. She's
Yeah,
just
me too.
Yeah,
always
she's great. Like
She's always a value add for me, even if the movie's not good.
Yes.
I'm always happy to see her.
And you remember that little era she went through? She's like, no one will date me. Like, no one. I'm just like, are you fucking?
You know
I will
what?
find you and
You know
date
what era
you.
she's in now?
What?
Stuart,
Do you know what era she's in now?
Mm.
She's like, I'm gonna fuck whoever I want. She's like
Oh, yeah.
talking about her
Yeah.
like one night stands and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, get it, girl.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good job.
Michael Whitaker says, one of the things I can never get past, however, is this just has an absolutely lackluster excuse for a supervillain. I don't know if they were trying to aid Superman to some degree and give us more of a Lex Luthor style villain, but you absolutely cannot make a superhero movie with an uninteresting supervillain. Eddie Marston is a great actor, but he was certainly not bringing the Gene Hackman needed if you're going to be a criminal mastermind for the end of the movie.
No, they
Absolutely.
wanted the ultimate conflict
Yeah.
to be between Hancock and Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
that is
weird
what they were going
structure.
for, and it's
Yeah.
weird. It's very weird.
introduce-
We didn't even talk about that weird moment when they tried to not do Superman's score.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it was basically like
It's just like,
it was like
oh,
it was like change a couple words before you turn in your paper.
Yeah.
It's like,
Situation.
yeah, I think they laid in the John Williams track
Yeah.
and then just like
Yeah.
cut here,
Chopped
Yeah.
cut
it
here,
up. Yeah.
cut here,
That
and
It
you're
felt
good.
like it.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's close.
Last week we watched a movie called Dead and Buried. Ryan Abraxas says a huge fan of the small town
yeah,
where something
Abraxas?
isn't right genre. I love Dead and Buried. This would make a great double feature with Mutant starring Wings Hauser.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
what?
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
talked about.
I've
Mutant.
never seen Mutant, and we talked about
You've
it
never
before.
seen it.
I haven't,
Wow, okay,
but I
well,
did
gotta
watch
bring
the
it.
trailer, and it appears to be some type of zombie-ish thing in a small town. There might be some radioactive material that turn people
Ooh.
into zombies.
Yeah.
And Wings
Oh.
Hauser.
Haven't seen that before.
I
Is it-
haven't seen this, but I put it on my list.
It has a great poster.
Yeah.
I mean, Wings Hauser, I'm
Yep,
in.
I
I'm
know.
in.
Yeah.
I'll probably be terrified, but I'm in.
Roll Tide Zoe
Roll
says, I feel like this would have been awesome if it was an hour long. The extra 30 minutes and keep going back to the footage and overall mystery just seems like filler. But the end twist of Dead and Buried is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we said.
What when we watched? What did we watch with the giant the wasp that flew around and
Popcorn?
killed people? No.
Oh, mosquito?
No. Remember the giant deadly wasp? The people are sitting around the chairs and the wasp comes. This was like 3 movies shoved together.
It's popcorn.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
No, it wasn't. No, because it had what's his name from Night Court in 2 of the movies. Now you know what I'm
Train
talking
to
about.
Terror.
Night Train to Terror.
yeah,
When they had the giant
yeah.
killer wasp that was claymation for most
Oh,
of it.
yeah,
Oh, that's right.
People-
Yes.
Right. And there
Need to
was a
rewatch
whole
that.
right, and there was a whole nother movie on the disc and
Yes.
everything. Yeah. I forgot where I was going with that, but that
Yes.
What was the fuck?
But yeah.
It would have been awesome if it was an hour long.
Yeah.
Roll Tide Zoe said.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I forgot where
Yeah.
I was going with that. But,
Maybe we need an anthology of like superhero shorts
right,
that
well,
would make
we need
this
to
work.
take that movie, wait until we get two other fucked up movies that
Yeah.
we can't
Put them together as
Yeah.
an
and just
anthology.
mash them together.
Yeah.
That's where I was going
Yeah.
with it. But yes, I
What was
agree.
this, the fucking song? Everybody's got
Get
something
some
to
do,
do.
everybody but you.
The week before, we watched a movie called Food of the Gods, and B. Shaw Foolery wrote in and said, I had to listen to this episode repeatedly because Food of the Gods uncovered a memory from when I was in junior high.
Oh, no.
I recalled watching Food of the Gods and being entertained by the acting, the effects, etc. But then I discovered Phase 4, another 70s eco-horror movie that basically replaces apes with ants and they're super intelligent, highly evolved, viciously adaptive insects that are resistant or affected by pesticides. Planet of the Ants with bell bottoms.
Wow. I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to dive into
Yeah, Phase
this.
4, like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I've heard of
remember
Phase
when that was
4,
a,
Mhm.
they're not giant ants. They're just little ants, but they're smart. The week before that, we watched Night of the Comet.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark Harrison wrote in and said, I feel like the script would have been better suited as a short film, 40 to 50 minutes, and the spliced together with another film as a 2-for-1.
Yeah,
we've
for
seen
sure.
a lot of movies lately. We're just like, let's smash them all together, make an anthology.
And I'm going to butcher this name. Megalic Dog.
Oh, you did.
Megalic Dog.
I feel like there's like 3 letters you're not saying.
Megalic Dog. Could be. Says, thank you for writing
Thank
in.
you.
Holly is trying to
Spell it.
do this.
Spell it
She's
out.
given up. But the
MEGALKEDOG.
All right, is this one word?
yes.
Say it again.
MEGALKEDOG.
We thank you
Okay.
for writing in.
McGulk dog.
Says, I love Night of the Comet. I don't want to say it's low stakes in terms of danger, but it's so charming
It is.
and breezy. The setup and payoff of Danny Mason Keener, the arcade game initials DMK, and later the license plate reveal is just perfect chef's kiss. The only complaint I have about the movie is that they used the cover version of Girls Just Want to Have Fun and not the Cyndi
They
Lauper
did.
original
Right.
during the mall shopping montage.
They
Sure
did.
did.
You wouldn't notice if you didn't look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, each of you, for writing in. We really appreciate it, even if we may have butchered your names
Yes,
and
we do
your
appreciate
I
comments.
do apologize.
So now we're going to go around the room and tell you what we thought of tonight's movie, Hancock, starting with
Holly, what'd you think about Hancock?
I would recommend the first movie, and I would not recommend the second
So
movie.
is that just cancel it out?
Yeah, I guess.
So basically, it doesn't exist.
There we go.
This movie just disappeared from all the digital libraries all of a
It's
sudden.
gone.
Now it's just gone.
It's gone. Yeah, no, the first half of the movie, I was like, this is a fun movie. I enjoy this. Why are we watching this on the Freak Show? This is good stuff. And then the second half, I was like, oh, this is.
You think it's because Jason Bateman, after that switch, just gets sidelined for the
I
rest
think
of the
so.
movie?
He's the
and he was
highlight
such an
of this
enjoyable
movie.
part of
Yeah,
the first part.
He is the highlight of this movie. Yeah, no, the first half is fun. It's a good story. The second half just is an entirely different movie, and it doesn't make sense. It's just, I would love to see the original Darker Scripts, because I think this could have been a really interesting movie, but it just misses the bar for the second half so much so that I can't recommend it. Like, you'll be really disappointed after watching the first half. So I wouldn't want to put you through that. That's not fair to you, the listener.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna say pass on Hancock. It was a disappointing second half. Colin.
I'm going to agree with Holly's analysis because I've seen it before and it did disappear from my memory. Like, I remembered bits and pieces like that when I was watching it. I remembered the plot of it being the first half. I totally forgot the second half. And then when I'm watching it tonight, I'm like, yeah, I remember why, because I am losing interest as this is going on. because of the like crazy tonal shift into a movie that I
had
didn't.
my eyes closed the entire second half, and I didn't miss anything.
No, you didn't.
You did
No.
not.
I mean,
No.
you're not going to remember it. I mean, that's, I guess, the criminal.
I know what happened. I didn't even have to look.
Yep.
Yeah. Usually, I mean, I guess I always say, you know, on the show, it's like if you're bored, you know, that's the criminal offense of a movie. But like, I don't know that it was boredom, but it was kind of like disassociation. I just was like checked out while stuff was happening. Is that boredom? I suppose that is boredom.
Yeah,
You
it is.
daydream or whatever. During
It's because I think you're still stimulated by what's happening. There's
Yeah.
action happening.
it was weird. I wasn't like yawning.
Yeah.
Right, so it doesn't
sleepy,
feel like
okay.
boredom, but it is also just like
Yeah,
what?
but I've
Yeah.
checked out, and I guess I checked out in the second half of this movie, and so because of that, I think cumulatively, unfortunately, while there's, I mean, I'm not going to say anything in the first half was like great, but it was laying a foundation.
Yeah,
You know,
It was
where I
enjoyable.
liked where it was heading,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of dropped that and said, "Okay, we're done." And here's a generic superhero movie or so. I don't know. Like the rules completely changed. Maybe that was like part of my problem.
Yeah.
It was like it was making up its own rules as it went in the last, and I was like, I don't get this.
Yep.
I had questions. It doesn't make any sense, and I didn't like it. So, unfortunately, yeah, I'm going to say no. No, not a recommendation for Hancock. Sean, what do you think?
Same thing. I like the Jason Bateman movie. I don't like the Will Smith Charlize Theron fight movie. So you fucked up, Hancock. And it just doesn't. It's not enjoyable for the second half of the movie. And yeah, they sidelined your best part. And then you made things. You know, we don't know the rules. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what we need to believe in. I don't know. They messed it up in the second half. It sounds like this thing had a troubled history, production, and everything going forward. So, you know, maybe it was kind of destined to fail. But no, I watched this recently, like 3 years ago with the kid, and I bet he couldn't tell you a single scene that happened in this movie, and I'm also willing to just let it go and forget it. So, no to Hancock. I do not recommend. Michaela, take us home.
Yeah, I agree with what you guys are saying. I saw this once when it came out on like DVD, and
Remember that deleted scene, though.
Remember that deleted scene. Remembered, and there was times I went and Googled to make sure I was not making that up. Like,
Am I crazy?
yeah,
Hancock deleted
I
scene.
would Google because I remembered the mountaintop part because I'm like, God, mountaintop is a safe word.
Yeah.
That's really he's doing something.
Climax, climbing the mountain. Yeah.
Yes. So I would Google like Hancock mountaintop scene or whatever to see if it was still in there. But did your kid see that scene? Or did you watch okay, gotcha. No, it's like we talked about, it's two separate movies, and the first one is interesting, the second one really sucks. So it's not worth it. I agree with Hollywood. She said it's not worth getting teased in the first half to not have the great ending. So pass. If you haven't thought about it in like 17 years, there's a reason why, you know.
Yeah.
It's just interesting the time it came out in. I knew it would make for good discussion because it came out so early for this type of movie. But go watch The Boys instead, because anything you could want from this movie, you will get times 10 in The Boys. So, pass on it. It's unfortunate that it turned out the way it did, but I think it's forgotten for a reason. So, yeah, hard pass.
Do you think people will still like return to this to be like, remember Hancock did that thing?
Well, now that we've done it, yes. Watch the
Very
think
true,
pieces
very
next
true.
week about why Hancock
there'll
is
be
a secret
think pieces
masterpiece.
everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, very true. Very
Yes.
true. I just wonder if people keep coming back to this because they forget about it, come back and be like, oh, it was during that time, basically having the same discussion we had tonight.
Or do they go back to it because now we're so super saturated with superhero movie? You got another one every week.
Yep.
Yeah,
You don't need to go back.
Yeah,
that's
I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Man, what a time.
Yep.
Well,
What an evolution of movies.
I guess so. We're all in agreement that we're passing on Hancock.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for listening this far. Next week we're going to watch a movie that's chosen by
Colin, what are we going to watch next week?
Well, it's still summer and it's going to get hot.
Yes.
And so we're going to go to Arkansas for a little known.
Our Sharkensaw.
Well, we haven't plunged into the depths of like redneck cinema.
Oh boy.
Hicksploitation.
Ooh.
And who is the king of Hicksploitation?
Joe
That's
Bob?
right. Burt Reynolds. And so we're going to watch White Lightning.
Are we?
All right. All right, this has been on the list for a
I
while.
was not sold until you said Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
I got on board.
This might be like one of my favorite Burt
I think
Reynolds
you showed
movies.
us a trailer for this.
Yeah,
at one
maybe.
point. Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about.
Colin, do you still own it? Because I
Yes.
think okay, good. Because I could have swore you gave me a copy of it, which I sold.
I think I upgraded to a
Gotcha.
newer version.
Oh, did you? All right.
Wow, Colin's
Good to
owned
know.
multiple copies of
Yeah.
this
All right,
movie.
well,
All
because
right.
is this the sequel to Gator or before Gator?
This is before Gator.
This is before
Okay,
Gator.
all
This is like
right.
the first one.
Story.
Okay.
All right, we'll get into it next week.
Burt Reynolds.
All right.
White Lightning.
Yeah. Next week on Saturday Night Freak Show, we hope you'll join us. And until then, ladies and germs, the basement is going dark.
Hopefully we don't get maloned.